Hello everybody, welcome back to Re-Elevated, and we're here at the Boulevard Mall here in Buffalo, New York at the Macy's store. This Macy's has a bit of a history. It was a Sattlers, and then it became a Sibley's, and after Sibley's became Kaufman's, and now Macy's. It says yes, we're open. Never a good sign with the Macy's. Can means a closer at some point in the distant future, but let's take a look, see what's going on inside. It's a bit of a different look for a Macy's, I will say. Yes, we're open. But yeah, let's take a gander. It is a two-level store with women's on the first floor and men's on the second floor. Now this actually had a separate men's store, but the men's store was actually consolidated into this building at some point. But let's take a look in here and see what's going on. We're going through cosmetics and fragrances right now. Gonna go right down the center aisle. Then you have dresses over here, and then straight ahead you actually have jewelry. But what's pretty cool is this center atrium. It's pretty neat, actually, if you ask me. Yes, we're gonna go on the escalators. It's my favorite part of any store. But then you have intimate apparel over here. And then along this side over here, you have handbags. And then going straight towards the back, we have women's shoes. I don't know how much longer this store has because of just the sparse merchandise. It was not in the last round of closings. But there's women's shoes. More women's over here. Looking for a great deal. Shop new, marked down, store wide. I do remember from the last round of closings, especially at Grease Ridge, a lot of the fixtures, some of them were sent here, as you can see by some of those transfer stickers. But here is Backstage. Like I said, rather small. But let's continue on. Like I said, rather small. But I don't know if it was like an afterthought. I really don't know. So they have their home men's over here. Now, what's cool on this side of the store, which is kind of cool, is there's actually a totally separate bank of escalators, which is pretty cool. I don't know when this was added on, probably during the May era of ownership. Pretty neat, right? This brings you right into the kids department, actually. There's Jeffrey. Infants. Kids. And you can see there's Toys R Us. More kids' clothes over here. And then men's is over here. But let's take a look at Jeffrey. I'm not sure where the one from Grease Ridge went. But here's Jeffrey. Here's men's here. They're getting into summer here with the bathing suits and all the shorter apparel. Now coming up straight ahead, you're getting into your men's shoes. Kind of a tiny shoe department. And then you have your suits. Then you have your hosiery. You can see they kind of just smushed it all together, the men's. It does look nice though, I will say that. We're gonna go along this way. They got a little bit more of men's dress over here. Now coming along this side, I'm gonna get into the home department, which is a little barren. Now, pretty interesting price check. Never seen one of those before. I saw the Martha Stewart side. Here's some more of the home department. Now, over here, which is kind of interesting, I don't know if this is like for their executive team or whatnot, but looks like they're having some sort of an event today. Oh, it's for like some award or something like that. Pretty neat. Executive offices are down that hallway there. Over here, you have the center atrium, which I will add is really, really nice and really cool. You can see the whole store from here. Just look at that. You can see all the way downstairs. And then here's your bedding, which I really, really love mahogany. I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for it. Say what you want, but I just love it. As you can tell, a lot of white space, so definitely says something for sure. Gonna continue over here towards kitchen gadgets. Now over here, they have all their luggage, which is pretty neat looking, pretty cool. You can tell it's straight out of the 90s. But what's really neat is look at all these Macy's pictures. And this definite touch of May Company look over here. Obviously, bathrooms are down here, so I'm not going to go all the way. But I just wanted to showcase this. And look at all these cute Macy's pictures. We're going to continue on down. Like I said, just more and more blank areas, which is not good. So I don't know how much longer this store has, but the Boulevard Mall was supposed to close some time ago, so get here while you can. Here's our last act area, which is very disorganized. Call me a critic, but I've worked in the department store industry long enough. Is that your service? But I can tell you I'm not a fan of how it looks. Here's the men's store. More bedding. That's pretty cool how this looks. You can see it going up and going down. Just look how cool that is. Sorry, I'm all about optical illusions. I will say though, for $1.80 though, this is a pretty good deal on this Ninja. But yeah, this looks really nice though, I will say that. I do like the presentation. Here are these vintage Otis escalators, I just love these. Yeah, just look how cool this is. This optical illusion is just, I'm sorry, it just is really classic. But we're gonna exit out here. But like I said, it's a really cool looking store. You know what? The heck with it. We're gonna go up. Why not? You don't see these all that often. Just want to show you guys this. This is just pretty neat. It's like one of the coolest highlights of this store. I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for escalators. Sue me. Alright. Now we're gonna go down. Those are so smooth. They really are. But yeah, this is sad too. What used to have product now is an empty wall. Another empty spot. Very sad. The store really has a lot of potential, but I just don't know how much longer it's gonna be here. They're really trying, but I really don't know, like I said. All this vintage charm, I just love it. But anyway, that's a wrap for that. And this is the Macy's here at the Boulevard Mall. Remember to give this a like if you like comment like this. And remember always to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care.